How are you? Oh, we can do better than that. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. There we go. We're here to support the kids. We want to create that positive energy.
All right.
Right. So for those of you who may not know, my name is Spencer Thomas. I'm the Director of Prince George's County Office of Information Technology. And having transitioned into this role, given the timing, I can't say that this Summer Youth Enrichment Program has been nothing short of a highlight and bright spot in that transition. These kids have worked extra hard and very diligent to get into the program. They put the work in, and I'm more than sure that you guys are going to really enjoy the presentations that we have today. This is the 6th annual event that we've had. I've attended the last 4 as a spectator, but now being on the back end behind the scenes, I really have a greater appreciation for all the hard work that goes into it. And so that said, we ask that you bring that positive energy, support these kids, because it's critical in today's time to make sure that we support them, as well as make sure that we breed the next generation of thought leadership and thinkers within the realms of IT. So that being said, we have co-MCs today, and I'm going to introduce them. The first person has no need for an introduction, but I'm going to introduce her anyway. She is Ms. Sandra Longs Hasty. She is the program coordinator and training manager for OIT. Let's give her a hand. We have Ms. Sharmanique Ferguson, who is my executive assistant. And last but not least, we have a young man who we're very proud of, Mr. Benjamin Sinclair. Benjamin matriculated through the program, and he's still doing a good service by coming back being a technical advisor and lead. So he's part of the whole mentorship of this. So it keeps on giving. That being said, I'm very excited for the presentations. I know your socks are going to be blown off. Get out the way now. Turn it over to these folks. Thank you.
I think I speak pretty loud. Okay, guys, so thank you, Mr. Thomas, for that. So real quick, I still want to just give another round of applause to the kids, to the young adults. I have to stop saying my babies and kids, so I'm working on that. So to the young adults, because we as adults know how difficult it is to stand up here in front of folks staring at you and presenting. And they have been doing an exceptional job for the last 6 weeks, preparing themselves for this moment. So we want to let them know that we're not judging them to critique them. We're just in awe with them, and we're just so proud of them. So we want them to know that what you guys are about to see. I know I say that every year, but I really mean it. I swear. Okay, so I am going to turn it over to Ms. Sharmanique. Ms. Sharmanique is going to introduce our wonderful panel of judges who we are so grateful for. Some of you guys are repeat offenders, so thank you. We appreciate it. We have some new ones this year as well, but you guys mean a major part in this program, and the kids look forward to knowing every week. So who's the judges? Who's the judges? They research you. They ask questions about you guys. So we appreciate you guys for taking the time out to be here for us. So thank you so much, and I'll turn it over to Ms. Ferguson.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope everyone is well this morning. I'm going to introduce our 5 judges. First, we're going to start off with Nicholas Majette. He was confirmed on July 23rd, 2014 as the Chief Administrative Officer for Prince George's County, Maryland. Prior to this, he was appointed on May 5th, 2014 to serve as the Acting Chief Administrative Officer. As the CAO, he oversees the day-to-day operations of the county government as well as provides executive leadership oversight for the planning department and implementation for the county executive's top initiatives and programs such as strategic management and county stats. In addition, he serves as a board of and committee member to the Metropolitan Washington Council of Governments, the District of Columbia Water and Sewer Authority, DC Water, and the pension boards for the police, fire, and OP&B. Thank you, Mr. Majette, for being here. Next, we have Dr. Lethea Jackson. She's a full professor in the Department of Computer Science at the Bowie State University. Presently, Dr. Jackson is only full professor with a terminal degree in computer science for the state of Maryland. She has worked in the Department of Computer Science at the Bowie State University for over 20 years. Ms. Jackson served as chair of the Department of Computer Science at Bowie State University for 2 years. While serving as chair, she acquired over 20 industry and government partners who have provided internships, equipment donations, membership on the External Advisory Board, academic training modules, industry-level certificates, articulation agreements, and service learning projects to the department. Thank you, Ms. Jackson, for being here. Next up, we're going to introduce Leslie Garrison. She is the Senior Public Outreach Coordinator for NASA Goddard. She is responsible for working with the youth and family groups, formal and informal educators, and pre-service teachers across the United States and abroad. Her responsibilities include planning, coordinating, implementing, and managing the NASA and MMS missions outreach activities to meet NASA's education. Thank you, Ms. Garrison, for being here. Next up, we have Rick Williams. He leads the Global Cyber Center of Excellence within the Advanced Cyber Technology Center and the Cyber and Intelligence Mission Solutions Division for Northern Ghana. Mr. Williams earned a Master's of Business Administration, a Master's of Science and Technology Management, a Bachelor's of Science degree in Computer Management and Information Technology from the University of Maryland, as well as a certificate in Strategic Management and Technology and Innovation. Mr. Williams published an article in Networking Computing Magazine on token passing technology back in November 1993. Thank you, Mr. Williams, for being here. And last but not least, we have Mr. Craig Dixon, who works at Amazon Web Services, and he helps the students and faculty to learn their cloud computing. Prior to joining AWS, Craig held several roles from corporate business development to strategic consulting at PayPal, Blackboard, First Annapolis Consulting. He started his career as a full stack application developer at Merrill Lynch Global Banking Group. Craig holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Computer Science from Boston University. He also has received a Master of Business Administration from the Tuck School of Business at Dartmouth, where he was a Center of Digital Strategies Fellow. Craig is an avid entrepreneur and innovator, having launched 2 technology companies and receiving a patent. Thank you, Mr. Dixon, for being here.
Thank you, Ms. Ferguson. Okay, so just quickly too as well, thank you guys again. Thank you, Ms. Ferguson, for that. We just want to thank a couple of people came in. I just want to thank you guys. So the young ladies that run the whole program for the county, the Summer Youth Enrichment Program from OHRM, thank you ladies for coming. So if you could just wave so the parents know, that's who you should be calling early in the year about questions. Sorry, I didn't know. You can somebody else? Tim, thank you, Tim. I didn't know you. Sorry about that.
Tim is part of our team as well.
Thank you. Who's the Dean of the STEM Division at Prince George's Community College. Thank you so much, Dr. Farrell. And we actually have a couple of your students in the program. We have a couple of your students in the program, a couple of students from Prince George's Community College. Mr. Hudson, thank you so much for coming and representing County Executive Office. All right, so at this time, I'm going to bring in someone that if you see me, you usually see the shadow with me when it's about summer youth time. Every time they ask for somebody to come and speak, I'm dragging Benjamin Sinclair with me, like, hey, the proof is in the pudding. I don't have to speak about it. For it to come from you, they'll get it. So I want to take a moment. I'm going to have Benjamin Sinclair come up. He's going to explain to you guys how we break down the program, how the teams are created here, and just give him his moment so you guys can adore him as much as OIT does and have this past year. Benjamin actually started in the summer youth program last year, and he performed exceptionally well during those 6 weeks. OIT actually created an internship position for him because he just blew us away. So he's been with us this last year. Unfortunately, he's leaving us though on the 27th for, I guess you can say a better opportunity if you want to look at it that way. He's going to Department of Defense on the 27th, and he can tell more about that if he chooses to. But we're going to miss him. He's an exceptional young gentleman, and we're just so proud of him. So I'm going to have Benjamin come up now and introduce himself a little bit and tell about the program.
Okay. So I just want to thank everyone again for being able to make it today. Again, my name is Benjamin Sinclair. I'm a senior at Bowie State University, and I study computer technology. And I'm just going to give you a brief overview of this year's program and a little bit about the role I serve. Sound good with y'all?
Yes.
All right. Now, this year's program was a 5-week competition consisting of 24 students broken up into 4 teams of 6. I just run the numbers back one more time. 24 total students, 4 teams of 6, in a 5-week competition. Now, this year we partnered with Bowie State University, Amazon, the Prince George's County Public School System, and as well as Splunk. Now, you all should be familiar with Amazon. Maybe you ordered something from there. You should be familiar with the public school system. You may have attended a school under the public school system. And you should be familiar with Bowie State University by now. It's an excellent college if you haven't. But you may not have heard of Splunk. So I'll tell you a little bit about Splunk right now. Splunk is a software that can be looked at as Google for your data. Typically, if you have a really large set of data, typically known as big data nowadays, you can import that into Splunk, and Splunk will make that data nice and visually appeasing for you. Now, what you choose to do with that data after that is up to you. You can use it to troubleshoot an error on your network. You can use it to manage your application, see what can be approved in your application, or you can make a correlation. For example, let's say somebody wants to know what day of the week do most students miss during school, Monday through Friday. If you obtain the correct amount of data, import it in Splunk, take a minute or two. What's the social media you young kids use? Snapface or Instabook. Check your updates real quick, come back, and Splunk will have that data nice and analyzed for you to make the correct correlations. And that's what Splunk can do for you. Now, I'll speak on the new implementation this year's program, the use of technical advisors, which were provided through a partnership with Bowie State University, as I stated before. Now, my role as the lead technical advisor was to make sure all team solutions were complete to the best of their abilities. Any technical problems, it assisted me or my 2 technical superstars, which you all will meet later in the program, as well as play mentor to the groups and make sure that not only the solution, but their presentations are to the best of their abilities, which you all will surely see today. And that is my spiel, and I'm going to hand it back over to Sandra.
You guys see why we kept him for a year? So, okay, and I actually left off Miss Nancy from Prince George's public school system, so thank you for being here for us. We appreciate it. And Mr. Bernard Ray, our old director, who was our partner with this for the last 5 years, he's here supporting us as well, and he brought his summer youth here. So they can see how to be winners next week. So next what we're going to do, guys, because this is a really complicated project this year, I want to make sure that you guys understand how much effort went into this project. We had 4 weeks to do this. I know we say 6 weeks, but they were with training with OHRM for 1 week. Then they come to us that first week and bombarded with introductions, training, everything. So honestly, they're not really together working on their solution until about that 3rd week. Okay, so just keep that in mind when they're amazing you up here. So we're going to walk you guys through my other 2 technical advisors, Mr. Nathan Enti and Mr. Harrison. We'll leave it there. You know why? He'll introduce himself to you guys in a second. But they're going to give you a quick, I promise it won't be long. For me, when they finished, I was like, yeah, I can't do that. That's a little too much. I passed those days of all that. But it's amazing what the students learned, and they are a part of that teaching phrase for the kids to understand how to create this product that you guys are going to see. So good luck with trying to understand it. All right? Just sit back and enjoy it. So you guys, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Harrison Hasanbaku.
See why I left it?
I'm a junior from Bowie State University. I'm a major of computer science there, and like Mr. St. Clair said, I'm the technical advisor for this summer.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nathan Henty. I'm a junior at Bowie State University, majoring in computer science. Now, as Mr. St. Clair stated, our role as technical advisors is to ensure that each team adheres to program and fully functioning the Amazon Echo devices. So we had the pleasure of working with two Amazon Echo devices, the Amazon Show and the Amazon Echo Dot. So an Amazon Echo Dot is a device that connects the user via voice to an artificial intelligent assistant, also known as Alexa. So keep in mind, each team did not have an expert Amazon developer, nor were the experts themselves. So the technology was relatively new. Even us as technical advisors had to research how to program Alexa. Also keep in mind that the skills that you're about to see from each team was built from the ground up. So I'm very proud of them. I'm satisfied with what they have accomplished, and hopefully you guys are too. Now I'm just going to show you a quick demonstration of a skill that we built entailing you judges. Okay. Alexa, open judges information.
Welcome to Judges Information. I can tell you some interesting facts about each judge today. The judges are Judge Nicholas Magid, Judge Leslie Garrison, Judge Richard Williams, Judge Lethia Jackson, and Judge Craig Dixon. I can only give facts about each judge one at a time. Which judge are you interested in first?
I am interested in Judge Nicholas Magid.
Judge Nicholas Magid is the Chief Administrative Officer at Prince George's County Government, and as an undergraduate student, he attended Howard University. He previously served the District of Columbia government in several capacities for over 29 years. A fun fact about Judge Nicholas Magid is, while in high school, it was here while in an urban studies course where he first got interested in government. Do you want to hear more about the judges?
Yes, please.
Great. Which judge? You can find out about Judge Nicholas Magid, Judge Leslie Garrison, Judge Richard Williams, Judge Lethia Jackson, and Judge Craig Dixon.
Tell me about Judge Lethia Jackson.
Judge Lethia Jackson is a professor at Bowie State University, and she earned her doctorate at George Washington University. A fun fact about Judge Lethia Jackson is all of her degrees are in computer science, and she knows how to program in over 14 different languages. Also, she is a mother of 5 children. Do you want to hear more about the judges?
No. So now we're just going to show you how we created that skill.
So for those few moments of Alexa, here's what you have to do. So first you have to be familiar with the 2 components of Alexa. You have your Alexa service and your Amazon Web Services. So your Alexa service is just a voice service that allows your Echo devices, so in this case the Echo Show or the Echo Dot, to understand the speech input that you put there and to translate that into understandable language for the Amazon Web Services. The Amazon Web Services is a cloud service that allows the Alexa to compute and execute the right function for it to give you the appropriate response. So here's the general flow of how the Alexa service, the Echo devices work. You have an Echo device that takes your speech as input, it translates into an understandable language, and once that is done, it will be transported to an Alexa service that will match it with the right function from AWS and the right intent from the Amazon Developer Portal. So the Amazon Developer Portal is an interface that allows the programmer to match whatever speech you put in your device to be understood. So for that, there's 2 types of input. You have your Alexa voice services, and you have your Alexa skills kit. Your voice services allows you to do anything related to IoT. So if I were to say, Alexa, dim the lights, that's where you would program it. In our case, since we're mostly working with the Echo Show, the Echo Dot, we're focused on the Alexa skills kit where all the teams have to program their skills. So in your Alexa Skills Kit, your first prompt in this page, your skill information. So you have the name of your skill, and the name of your invocation name. So in our case, it was judge's information. We would say, Alexa, open judge's information, and that is where you put it. And then it would ask you if you wanted to allow your Alexa, your skill, to have any audio player, video app, or use a template. Then you're brought into a screen that allows you to handle all the utterances, so basically what you say. In our case, we would say to Alexa, I am interested in Judge Nicholas Majet, and it would match that to the judge's intent, and the judge's intent is declared as an intent over here, and match with the appropriate variables.
Now, what you're seeing is the Amazon Cloud interface. So this is where the Lambda function is stored. A Lambda function is simply the code that programs Alexa to do such amazing tasks. So up here, I'm not sure if you can see it, but up here is where I stored each judge information. I created a variable called judge, and as you can see, each judge will be called out one at a time. Next slide. So right here is where the functions are called. You can't see all of the functions, but this function right here alone calls each function separately. So when the function is called, when I say an utterance, it calls the function, and that function matches with that utterance. So if I say, Alexa, please tell me about this judge, she calls the first function right here, and this will automatically prompt Alexa to tell me information about that judge. Next slide. So after everything is done and said, the code is compiled and it generates an Amazon resource name. So that name links the developer portal to the code where Alexa can, where Alexa can generate a response. Simple.
So like my colleague Nathan said, once you get your ARN, you're able to link it back to the developer portal. And once you're able to do that, you're able to use your skill to your heart's content. After that, and that brings our presentation to an end.
I just want to add one more thing. The skills that you're about to see from each team are private, so after presentations, they will be made public. Thank you.
Awesome job. So everybody's ready to program their Alexa, right? You guys got that, right? So they don't come already out the box. You put it on the table and say, Alexa, tell me about Mr. Nicholas Majet. You got to program it to do all that, okay? So just so you guys can have an understanding of what you're about to see. So at this time, guys, we're going to start the presentations. I'm going to ask our first group up, Simplexa. So if you guys can come set up your laptop to prepare to wow the audience, we'll appreciate it. Thank you. So while they do that, just to kind of, so we're not sitting in dead times, no speaking, just to give you some feedback on that. Nathan Harrison basically had a week to learn all of that so that when the students came in a week later, they were ready to jump in and help those students, okay? They didn't do it on their own. We had an amazing team. I am going to shout them out real quick. Calvert Smith, Jason Lovelace, Jason Arnold. You guys were amazing. And Mr. Glenn Maines, I know I drove them crazy. You know, they really were helpful this time around because this one was probably one of our most difficult challenges for the students. So, yeah, so it was a learning curve for every student here. So on top of trying to hurry up and get it done in the 5 weeks, they had to learn. So they were learning as they were creating their solution. So up until yesterday, they were still working on it, you know, finalizing it, getting it right. So just so you know, are you guys ready? Yeah. I'm gonna be quiet now. I'm gonna go over in my corner and I present to you Simplexa.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Langui et j'ai été chargée de la conception graphique. Manayon, ni anaraku de diante, izaho no tumpun anadrachi ni technologia ani akipa ane.
Zhao Shenghao, Wodi Ming GC, Tariq, Wodi Gong Zu, Shifuzi, Gong Shishi.
Namaskaram, Naperu Kamar, Nenu Kalashala Sarao Diga, Tani Chastunanu.
Buenos días, me llamo Joel y soy el líder de las ciencias.
Namaste, मेरा नाम है सदीप आहूजा, मैं गणित का गुरु हूँ.
Now show of hands who can understand my teammates and I.
I don't count.
Now imagine you're a student and you can't understand your teacher. That's what our presentation will tackle. Now my teammates and I will present ourselves in a language that I hope everyone can understand. Good morning, my name is Langley Allen. I'm a rising senior at Bullitt School in Potomac, and I serve as the arts lead as well as the project manager. My original language was French.
Good morning, my name is Deontay Ferguson. This fall I'll be a senior at Oxford Hill High School, and for my team I serve as the student mentor as well as the technology lead, and my original language was Malagasy.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tyree Adams. I'm a rising senior at Gwen Park High School in Brandywine, Maryland, and for my team I serve as an engineer. My original language is Mandarin.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Carl Grant Smith. I attend Bowie State University where I majored in computer technology, and I'm the college advisor, and my original language was Telugu.
Good morning, my name is Joe Henderson. I'm a rising senior at the Matthew Catholic High School in Hyattsville, Maryland, and for my team I'm the science lead, and my original language was Spanish.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sadiq Ahooja. I'm a rising senior at Eleanor Roosevelt High School located in Greenbelt, Maryland. As part of my team, I'm the mathematics lead, and my original language was Hindi.
And we are
Simplexa, English,
foreign language.
Made simple.
Now our mission statement is to create a better educational experience for students who speak English as a second language in order to aid in assimilation and promote unity.
In our research, we found that students who take English for speakers of other languages classes tend to do worse in reading and math than students of other demographics. So for example, ESOL students are only 40 and 30% proficient in these subjects, while students that are Caucasian and Asian tend to lead. This comes as a result of two factors. One, a language barrier between students and teachers, where teachers can't understand students and vice versa, as well as students in these classes tend to form cliques based off their languages, so students who only speak Spanish will form a group and they'll exclude other students.
Here's a short interview with a former ESOL teacher and student.
Between ESOL classes and non-ESOL classes, the master degree language. So for example, ESOL classes, the important thing for teachers is to make sure that their student understands the direction of their assignment that was given them. So if I were to give you a question, I would explain to you the question, and then I would leave you to try to do the question. In non-ESOL classes, it's just a regular course. You're given an assignment, you're given direction, and you're supposed to do it. The main problem with the language barrier between the teacher and the student is that there's a lack of communication, of course. So for a teacher, they're not able to convey that what they want the student to do or to understand, and for the student, they're unable to pass the information of what they don't understand or what they do understand. And that creates a gap between the students and the teacher that they are not able to understand.
So I taught a couple of different ESOL classes, and the students who were older liked the opportunity to interact with each other more. The students who were younger ESOL students, they wanted to hear more from the teacher. They didn't want to do like group or cooperative learning activities with each other. They wanted information from the teacher. The teacher is the person in that room that knows the most, and they're there really to learn. So they didn't always appreciate the opportunity to work in groups or work with each other, or to use technology in the classroom sometimes. So we try to bring them around, to working with one another. Because a lot of times, it's nice to have a variety of instructional techniques in the classroom. But the ESOL students, the younger students, really wanted to hear from the teacher. That was the expert in the room that they could work with each other. The older ESOL students understood more how public education works and how teaching and work students work together, use technology in the classroom, using a variety of different instructional materials.
Based on the graph, the data represents the immigration rates into the United States. From 2020 to 2050, the projected trend is a gradual increase, which leads to the language barrier issue. Therefore, our target audience are ESOL students K through 12. Based on the Judy Center, which is a central location for ESOL students, there are a total of 24,500 ESOL students and 24,500 ESOL students and 500 ESOL teachers in Prince George's County.
Now, as a starter for our solution, we spoke to Assistant Principal Bishop McNamara, also former ESOL teacher, Mrs. Diane Carter. And she told us that the students prefer an interactive experience while learning in the classroom. So what we decided to do was make a flashcard style game to bring all students together to learn one important thing, which is English. Now I'll perform a live demonstration. Alexa, start Let's Learn.
Let's learn about the English language together. I will ask you 5 questions. Try to get as many right as you can. Just say the word. Are you ready? Let's go. What do you wear on your feet?
Shoes.
That answer is correct. Your score is 1. What is the name of the female sibling?
Brother.
That answer is wrong. The correct answer is sister. Your score is 1. What is it called when you do not feel good?
Help.
I will ask you questions in the English language. I will provide the question, and you will need to provide the answer. For example, if I ask, what do you write on? You say paper. To start a new game at any time, say start new game. To repeat the last question, say repeat. Would you like to keep playing?
No.
Thanks for learning with Simplexa.
Now, we started, the game goes all the way up to 5, and then it'll keep going, eventually to level 2. But for now, we just left it at at 5 questions. And if the student gets 3 or less questions right, they will have to retry. Also, we thought the help feature was key because we needed the students to know exactly what to do and when to do it.
Now you may be wondering why you would choose our product over our competitors. Our main differentiable factor is that our product targets a specific audience, which are ESOL students. Other products will target the general population that will speak many languages, but they don't face the same learning curves as ESOL students. Our outcomes for our product will be higher English proficiency test scores and a better social environment for students, because that's the main goal of the ESOL program, to promote a unified environment and basically speak English really well.
If our product were to be implemented in Prince George's County, the total cost will be roughly $230,000. So to break it down, there are a total of 500 ESOL teachers in Prince George's County. Each teacher will be equipped with 2 Amazon Alexa shows, which cost $229.99 each. Along with that, there's a 5% bulk order discount if you purchase 50 or more Amazon Alexa shows. And with the subtotal, it's roughly $218,000, but with the 6% sales tax, it becomes $231,000.
Now, instead of asking for an exuberant amount of money today, we're going to approach we will demonstrate proof of concept by implementing our solution into the 2 lowest performing ESOL classes. And then we will want to expound county-wide into the 193 schools in the county.
And what's nice about our product is that our pilot is actually free. We have partnered with Amazon, so we are funded for our pilot. And when we receive that information that we have elevated ESOL programs and we have helped them out, we would like to, we believe that other organizations will want to partner with us because they see that our solution is very valuable and would be useful. So we're not even necessarily asking the county for any funding. Today. Absolutely.
So most of you probably wondering, how is Simplexa able to show how their solution will benefit the ESOL students in the classroom? Well, here's your answer: Splunk. Using Splunk, we will monitor the efficiency of our solution inside the ESOL classrooms. Now, although the data was imported and analyzed in the Splunk, we transferred this data onto the graph that you see here in order to create a better visualization for the audience. Now, looking at the graph, we have the 4 lowest middle schools in terms of proficiency percentages, which are Hyattsville, Charles Carroll, Kenmore, and Dwight D. Eisenhower, as well as the Prince George's County public school system as a whole. So, although we're targeting K-12 students, we plan to pilot both Charles Carroll and Dwight D. Eisenhower middle schools because of their low proficiency percentage, and thus, once our solution is implemented, we will elevate their percentages to meet the county standard of 15%.
Now, looking towards the future, after we successfully help ESOL programs, we would like to incorporate our device into foreign language classes because we realize that this could be a valuable resource for learning any language. We would also like to incorporate another device, the Echo Dot, into the home, so that because we realize that ESOL parents often speak the native language and we see that there's a language barrier there. So we would like to have that native language input and output so that ESOL parents can be more interactive in their students' education.
We will also have a multiplayer experience for group versus group gameplay in the classroom.
In terms of our logo, we decided to include a tree because it represents growth, and we wanted to show, as Spanish is the second most spoken language in the United States, that ESOL students were growing into being able to speak English. We also included the 4 countries that immigrate the most into the United States: Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Mexico, as well as the American flag that you see there. In terms of the differentiation between Simplexa, as we are a product of Amazon, we wanted to show that differentiation as they do as well. And now to our roles.
As a science lead, it was my responsibility to research data and to identify a problem.
As the technology lead, I placed the data in the Splunk in order to see how well the students do with our solution over the course of one school year.
As the engineering lead, it was my responsibility to implement this skill into the Alexa using JavaScript.
As the arts lead, I developed the logo and the presentation that you all see so that it's visually pleasing and it utilizes design thinking skills.
As the mathematics lead, I researched statistics in regards to our product as well as calculating the budget.
And now I would like to acknowledge everyone who has helped us along the way. We really couldn't be here without you all, so I would just like to extend a warm thank you. And we would like to end in a final quote.
Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself.
Thank you. I would like to open up the floor for any questions.
Can you go back to the chart on proficiency, language proficiency? I wasn't sure.
The Splunk slide or this one?
No, the one on.
The first one?
Okay.
This one?
No, the one.
Towards the end.
Okay, now, I just didn't understand where, let's say, for example, Hyattsville, 7.98% of the population in Hyattsville is English proficient. Is that what?
No, this is, all these schools are ESOL.
These are schools.
Yeah, these are schools.
Okay.
So these are all the ESOL students in the school. The county percentage is 15%. So with each school, with the certain number of students at each school, this is the percentage of them attaining English proficiency. You know, when they test, you know, having English tests and stuff like that, getting their proficiency, this is where they rank.
That's pretty low.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why we plan to pilot both Charles Carroll and Dwight D. Eisenhower, since those are the lowest in the county. So we can elevate those to try to meet the county standard, which is 15%.
Okay. And how long do you think it would take to train the students to reach that level, 14% level?
Well, it all depends on the teacher, because the teacher they use Alexa in different ways. But once the teacher, you know, before the school year starts, once they know how to use our solution, they'll give it to the students. And we only pilot it for one school year. So at the end of the school year, they should be able to have a higher proficiency, depending on the way that the teacher teaches them.
A question, what grades would you target with this solution?
Well, we're targeting K through 12, but we're targeting the very first beginning level of English proficiency for right now.
So would that be K?
Well, it depends. Your proficiency doesn't necessarily depend on your age. It depends on when you come into the country. So someone who's 14 or however old could be in level 1. It depends on how they test.
Understand.
Research, right?
So obviously this is geared to a specific problem, but it has lots of potential. So outside of the current problem set, what else do you think you could do with this solution?
Great question. You know, I think that with the Amazon show, I think that it could show, well, what we want to do is eventually show pictures so that it can serve almost as a translation, so that the language barrier that's present within the United States as a whole could be improved with this device, because I feel like this device is very helpful in many ways.
I would like to elaborate on that. As far as the problem scope, outside the scope of this problem, we could possibly implement this into kindergarten classes, because of course, when you're a student into kindergarten, they can't fluently speak English. You know, they're still learning as they're younger. So we can use this as a tool in the classroom for not only ESOL students, but all students.
Great answer, thank you.
Great question.
Didn't I tell you? Amazing, right? Good job. And this team actually had an honorary member that's standing over to the side, Miss Jamie. Say hi, Jamie. So OIT assigned an honorary member to each team just to get some feedback and make sure they were on the right path and, you know, that creative juice was flowing all the time. And Miss Jamie was assigned to that team. So she was that seventh member. And so we're going to have our second group come up. So I need A Square to come on forward when you're ready. They're just setting up their laptop and then they'll get started. You guys ready? You need to consult with your group first. You good? You sure? Okay. They're coming up. So now A Square, guys. See all the benefits of being a judge? Look at all these goodies. Right? Look at fancy bags. Water with their names on it. Look at this from the group that just left, the Suplexa ESOL. And may I say they made these. Oh. See? Yeah, they so fancy.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Alexandria Paget. I will be attending University of Maryland Eastern Shore in the fall semester. This is my first year in the program, and my role is a science lead dealing with the main research.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing today? My name is Jasmine Seymour. I am a junior at Academy Health Sciences at Prince George's Community College. On my team, I am the project manager and the technology lead, where I helped with the Amazon Alexa.
Good morning. My name is Khalil Cooper. I'm a rising sophomore at Bishop McNamara High School. My first year in the program, and my role on the team is the math lead to help the data statistics.
Good morning. My name is Alana Wright, and I'll be a freshman at Fallsburg State University, majoring in information technology. This is my third year in the program, and I serve as my team student advisor, where I work with the college mentor to help everything run smoothly. I'm also the science lead, where I work with Ms. Paget with the research.
Hello, my name is Endel Golson. I'm a rising sophomore at Savannah College of Arts and Design in Savannah, Georgia. I'm the college mentor for the group, where I make sure everyone stays on task and help out where I'm needed. I'm also the math advisor, where I help Khalil with data and statistics.
Hello everyone, my name is Emmanuel Lante. I'm a rising senior at Riverdale Baptist School. I serve as the arts and engineering lead. With arts, I help make the logo, presentation, and any other graphic designing products. With engineering, I help build the Alexa skills. And we are
A Squared.
This is our logo. The acronym A Squared stems from our product name, which is Alexa Assistant. The color scheme for our logo correlates with that of Amazon's Alexa. We also integrated Amazon's famous arrow into our logo.
A challenge that we have found in the school systems is that not enough students are passing yearly ESOL tests. The test is called Access, which stands for Assessing Comprehension and Communication State to State. The test is graded on a scale of 1 to 6, and the students need at least a 5 to pass, averaging a 4 in reading and writing. ESOL stands for English for Speakers of Other Languages, and this program teaches English to over 121 different languages. We got this from Ms. Kia McDaniel, who's the ESOL instructional supervisor for Prince George's County. Another statistic that we have is that less than 15% of the students passed the test this previous year, which is very low. So that means that 3,000 out of 23,000 students passed. So we came up with a solution.
Since 70% of ESOL students are Spanish speaking, most of our games that are fun and innovative are very Visual. 65% of students, 30% is auditory, and the other 5% is kinetic.
So you guys are probably wondering, what's our target group? And our target group is elementary school. The reason we choose elementary school is because 15,000 out of the 23,000 ESOL students go to elementary school. So that's majority. And the reason we choose games is because kids love games. Simple as that, y'all. And games will make kids want to learn a new language even more. It makes school fun and just help them learn language.
Now, you're probably wondering, okay, they're talking about games, but where's the game ideas? I'm glad you asked. So the 4 concepts that you see on the screen, these are our 4 different games. We have a repetition game, a spelling game, a matching game, and a flashcard game. They all target different areas, which I will go more into depth later. But the first 2, we have live demos for you today. And the second 2, we have prototypes that are presented in front of you, and I will demonstrate later. But now we're going to go to A Squared's first commercial, demonstrating our repetition game.
This is the Amazon Echo Show. On the screen, you see our new skill, Alexa Assistant. Alexa Assistant was designed in order to better prepare foreign language students to ESOL programs by providing fun games to help improve their English. This is Khalil. Born and raised in Coca, Ecuador, he now seeks guidance from local ESOL school, Long's Elementary. One game that Alexa Assistant offers is repetition. This game allows students to learn proper pronunciation by repeating English words for Alexa to correct.
Alexa, open repetition.
Welcome to the repetition. I will say a list of words and you will repeat after me. The word is June.
June.
You said June correctly.
The game is quite simple. If you pronounce the word right, you get it right. But if you pronounce the word wrong,
Welcome to A Square repetition game. I will say a list of words and you will repeat after me. The word is July. You did not pronounce the word correctly.
the teacher now knows that Khalil needs to work on his pronunciation for that word. This is just one example of the skills Alexa Assistant is capable of. It also provides multiple games that help ESOL students every day. Alexa Assistant, providing education through voice automation.
Now, just to explain further what you saw, but the repetition game, it deals with pronunciation, but it also targets auditory and visual learners. So basically, you give Alexa a word, and she says it to the student, and the student has to repeat it back until they get the word correct. And now, Jasmine is going to do the live demo for you guys.
Alexa, open repetition.
Welcome to A Squared repetition game. I will say a list of words and you will repeat after me. The first word is paper.
Paper.
You said paper correctly. You have 1 point. Say next word to move on to the next word.
Next word.
The next word is dog.
Cat.
You did not pronounce the word correctly. The word is dog.
Dog.
Hope to see you again.
Now, as you see on the screen, this is our AWS console. I'm not going to go into much detail because there are over 150 different lines. But we use different types of functions, for example, the if-else function and also the SSML function, which is the speech synthesis markup language. On to the next tab. This is our developer portal. This is where we put our indent schema and also the sample utterances, since different people speak differently.
Now, our second game is a spelling game, which focuses on spelling for the student. This also targets auditory and visual learners as well. So, to further explain this game, you give Alexa a set of words that the teacher or the student may be a little bit rocky on, and then Alexa says a word, and the student has to spell it back to Alexa until they get the word correct, and they can move on to the next one. And Emmanuel will do the live demo for you guys.
Alexa, open spelling.
You will spell the word. The word is June.
June.
The next word is July.
July.
The next word is August.
August.
You have correctly spelled all the words. Have a nice day. Thank you for using our A squared.
That is the end of the demo.
Well, thank you.
Now, the third game we're also focusing on, and remember this will be implemented later into our later phases, is the matching game. This one deals with translation for the students, and this is the first set of note cards that I gave you guys, if you can pull those out for me.
Never been as good
So,
as being a judge.
Before I have you guys do the live demonstration, I'm going to just explain to you what the game is about. So this focuses on kinetic and visual learners as well. And how the game works, you get a set of Spanish words and a set of English words, and the child and the student will have to pronounce it, will match it with the English counterpart. So what you guys have in front of you, it'll be a set of 3 Spanish words and a set of 3 English words. And I'll give you guys about 30 seconds just to connect them together. I know you probably haven't taken Spanish in a long time, so I'm here to help.
Yeah, I don't want to play that game. If they're wrong, just tell anybody. Just go with it.
It's all right. Alrighty, and for the fourth and final game that we have is the flashcard game, which I also gave in front of you with the note cards on it. So for this game, it targets kinetic and visual learners as well. And how the game works is it deals with visualization for the student, which is a big thing. So for this game, there is 3 different levels. The first level, just to get the student comfortable with the concept and the material, it's a picture and a basic Spanish word. The second level is a picture and a basic English word. And the third level, which is more challenging, is a picture with the action, followed by a sentence just explaining what it's doing. As you have in front of you, it'll say level 1, level 2, and level 3, just to show you what will be later implemented into our phases.
What will motivate students and teachers to use this skill? It's a simple answer: rewards. Whether you're in elementary, middle school, high school, or even college, we all set goals in order to gain rewards in the future. A Squared seeks to provide rewards in the form of points. The points, as you see here, are stars. The students gain stars, and over the quarter, whoever gets the most amount of stars wins a prize. These prizes will be based on Amazon products, and they will include the Echo Show, the Echo Dot, and other Amazon products. Thank you.
So today we have 4 phases of integration. In phase 1, we will start with 3 elementary schools: Mary Harrison Mother Jones, Cool Springs, and Port Towns Elementary. The reason we chose these 3 schools is because these schools have the most ESOL students in them. And also we'll partner with Amazon because it is their product, and we also use their famous arrow in our logo. We also partner with Spelunk to see which games we use the most, the least, and how we can improve upon these games. And we'll also set up a teacher workshop, which Alana will talk about later. And in phase 2, we'll expand to the rest of Prince George's County Public Schools, improve on the game weak points, and add the flashcard and matching game, which we showed earlier. In phase 3, we will expand to the rest of the Maryland school system, start advertising countrywide, develop more ways to help ESOL students, and add a French and Kiro version, which are the top 2 after Spanish. In phase 4, we'll expand to the rest of the country, because 46 states, including DC, have ESOL, which is the majority of this country, so why not expand? And we'll add fun new games, and add over 121 different languages.
Now, when talking to Ms. Diane Carter, who's a former principal of a private school, she told us when adding new technologies, you have to take into consideration the teachers. You cannot just expect the teachers to understand the technology. So our team decided to add teacher learning workshops so the teachers could better understand the technologies added into their classrooms. Which brings us into expenses. Now, the national average for workshop training is $180 per day per teacher. And I want you all to take into consideration that the average class size is 15. So our team decided that we'd be best to offer 3 units per 15 students. And how that would work is the teacher would put the students in 3 groups of 5 so that every student could learn and learn with our devices. Now the Amazon Echo Show comes around $230, and that is approximately $690. The Amazon Echo Dot comes in around $50, and that's $150. In this case, the total will be $1,119 per class.
At this time, we would like to thank everybody who has helped us with our project.
And we would now like to open the floor for any questions.
I have one question. Is it possible to convert the flashcards onto the system so that
Yes.
you're looking at it on the system?
Yes, sir, which we will do, when we get into the later phases, it is possible.
Okay, so the audio and visual will be combined into one system?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Can you go through the costs just one more time?
Go through
Let's
it?
go through it one more time.
Like start the whole thing over?
However you want to do it.
Yeah, just
Just
repeat
clarify the cost.
expenses.
Okay. Well, the Amazon Echo Show comes around $230 plus 3 per classroom. That would be $690. The Amazon Echo Dot is $50 per unit, and that plus the quantity of 3 is $150. And you add these 2 plus the workshop training is $1,119 per class.
So how many classrooms in
On
the
average?
initial implementation?
On average, there are 3 ESOL classes per school.
How many, you said 3 per
Yes.
school? So it's 3,000.
Yes, some schools, they have different ESOL classes. Most schools have math, English, and writing. We were gonna target reading classes in general because this is mostly a reading thing.
Okay, thank you.
Any tax?
Yes, of course, taxes included, of course.
Thank you, guys. Good rebounded, Jasmine. You held up great composure there. See? You did well. All right, so our next group to come up is TQ. So you guys come on up, get ready. So they're gonna come up now and just continue this amazing showcase that you guys are a part of today. So it's tough, judges.
It is tough.
Even though I am slightly jealous because you get all the goodies, but I'm not jealous that you have to pick one. So you guys can have that one. Look. While they setting up, wrapping this up, I want to announce that honorary member for A Square. Who's y'all honorary member? Thank you, Dan. We appreciate you. So Dan is the member of the team. one that gave all your babies donuts all the time, not me, by the way. Whenever you guys are.
Good morning, everyone. We are TQ.
Which stands for Teachers Teaching for Tomorrow.
See the E, everyone?
Good morning, everyone. Once again, we are TQ, which stands for Teachers Teaching for Tomorrow. My name is Justin McNeil. I am a rising junior at Shepherd University, where I major in sports marketing. This is my third year in the program, and I serve as our team's college advisor, co-technology lead, as well as co-project manager alongside my colleague, Brandon.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Brandon Johnson, and in the fall, I'll be attending the Hampton University with a major in computer information systems. On my team, I serve as the college mentor, alongside as being the co-technology lead and co-project manager with my great colleague here, Justin.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Larby. I am a second-year software engineering student at Prince George's Community College. This is my first year in the program, and I am the engineering lead for my team, as well as support and technology aspect.
Good morning. My name is Ashley Bergen. I attend Parkdale High School. I am a rising junior. This is my first year in the program, and I am responsible for the mathematics aspect in STEAM.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jonathan Kraft. This fall, I will be attending Albright College. This is my second year in the OIT program, and this year I serve as the science, technology, and engineering lead for my team. And unfortunately, one of our teammates couldn't make it today, but she left a quick introduction for you guys.
I am the co-technology lead and arts lead for my team. As the arts lead, I created a logo which best benefits our team name and objective. I am so sorry I'm not able to make the presentation, but I would love to give you some insight on what I did. I designed this logo on Adobe Illustrator where I created it from scratch, piece by piece. Our team name is TQ, which stands for Teachers Teaching for Tomorrow. The 3 T's equal T to the power of 3, which equals T cubed. We chose the color blue because it represents one-on-one voice communication. Studies also show that blue gives off a calming effect to the mind and the body. Students have been taught almost the same way for many years. Slowly, technology is starting to make its way into the education system, but we want to take it to the next level. The transition of blues in our logo show how technology and the education system is progressing, and we plan not to change it completely, but to improve it. I'm so proud of my team, and I know that they'll do great. Good luck.
Now, I'm not sure if you caught my colleague Kara Kingston's name, but her name is Kara Kingston, and she is a rising junior at CMIT Academy, and she was responsible for the arts aspect in STEAM. I just wanted to make sure everybody got it because some technical difficulties. But Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." This year for the 2017 STEAM Dream Challenge, the objective is to use 2 relatively new pieces of technology, both the Amazon Echo Dot, which you see on the bottom right of the screen, and the Amazon Echo Show, which you see on the bottom left of the screen, and we had to use those devices to incorporate them into a creative solution that overcomes the challenges that the educational system faces not only currently, but as well as future problems that may arise. Now, there's an old saying, you can't know where you're going until you know where you've been. With that in mind, we wanted to take students' learning and take it to the next level. Now, that's not to say that the way students are currently learning is wrong or incorrect. We just believe at TQ, we can take it to the next level. Our target audience, you might ask, the high school educational system.
Like Justin said, we went to target high schoolers, and in high school, some of the challenges we found are teacher organization and accessibility and student engagement in the classroom. For one, teachers have a world of responsibilities. They're practically like superheroes in our classroom. However, after speaking to teachers in the county, we found that it's not hard for them to become swamped with all of their work. Secondly, parents and teachers may not always use every outlet given to them to communicate. When parents and teachers don't have a good set of communication, they can hinder the student's success in the class. Lastly, studies have shown that students often don't feel engaged in every class. We took a survey at Charles River Flowers High School, and we found that 75% of the students don't feel engaged when they're learning from lectures. This can create a barrier between the student's success because if they're not engaged, we found that they may not do as well as they could. And all these problems make the difference between a C to a B and a B to an A. However, with our solution, we hope to solve all these problems to make learning better for the teacher, parent, and the student.
So in order to alleviate the challenges in the classroom, we produced the Classroom Assistant skill. Now this software will be utilized on the Amazon Echo Dot as it allows students to focus on their assignments while utilizing Alexa. Now this skill uses 4 key functions, each of which covers the challenges in the classroom. The first function is called Email and Text Reminders. This function allows teachers to send emails and text reminders to students, parents, and other school officials with just their voice, making communication all the more efficient. The next function is called File Obtainment. This allows teachers to transfer files from cloud services or school databases onto their Amazon Echo device. These files can later be emailed to other people. The next function is called Missed Assignments Obtainment. This function allows students to ask Alexa about the assignments that they missed prior when they were absent so that they never get left behind in class. Lastly, Test Prep allows Alexa to ask students a series of questions that students must answer back to. If students get questions wrong, Alexa can give an explanation as to why certain answers are correct or incorrect. And now we have a short demonstration for you.
All right, class, hope you guys, oh my gosh. Hope you guys are studying. If not, it's perfectly fine. This is just a test prep. We want you guys to listen, pay attention, and do as well as you guys can. And I just want Jonathan to take away. Thank you, Jonathan. I'll be your grading papers if you need me. Hi, how you doing?
Alexa, open Classroom Assistant.
Welcome to the TQ Classroom Assistant. What would you like to do?
Load sample quiz.
Okay, sample quiz found. I will ask you 3 questions. Here is your first question. How many vertices does a sphere have?
0.
Correct. A sphere has 0 vertices. Your current score is 1 out of 1. Here is your second question. How many vertices does a hexagonal prism have?
6.
Sorry, a hexagonal prism has 12 vertices. Your current score is 1 out of 2. Here is your third question. How many vertices does a hexagonal prism have?
8.
Incorrect. A hexagonal prism has 12 vertices. Your final score is 1 out of 3. Thank you for using the T-Cube Classroom Assistant.
Now, to complement our classroom assistant, we at TQ created the student assistant, and the student assistant was specifically created for those who have access to the Amazon Alexa technology at home or any place outside of their classroom. The student assistant utilizes 3 main skills. The first one is the missed assignments obtainment skill. The second one is the emailing functioning skill, and the third skill is the school closing alert skill, which informs the student whether or not school is open that day, whether it could be due to holidays, inclement weather, or things of that nature. And at this time, we have a short demonstration courtesy of our teammate Kara Kingston, who couldn't be here, but she still found a way to make it into the presentation. So Kara Kingston is giving you the example of a student who is not feeling too well and doesn't think they can make it to school, so I'll read appropriately. I'm so sick, I don't think I can make it to school today. Alexa, open Student Assistant.
Welcome to TQ Student Assistant. How can I help you?
What did I miss today in literature?
Today in literature, the objective was understanding Shakespeare. The class dissected Romeo and Juliet by finding the literary devices used in the play. The class used the textbook, Literature and Composition, Chapter 12, page 122. Ms. Smith posted a literary devices worksheet on Google Classroom.
Alexa, is school closed today?
Code Orange. Schools and offices will open with a 2-hour delay. Emergency personnel must report to work on time and are not eligible for liberal leave. Do you want to know anything else?
Alexa, stop.
Goodbye. Thank you for using TQ's Student Assistant.
So as you can see, Kara Kingston was not able to make it to school today, but luckily there was no school to begin with. And she also, if she wanted to, she could pull up the lesson plan from not only that day, but from the day before, as well as the day after.
In addition to challenges inside the classroom, we want to focus on challenges outside of the classroom. Professional school counselors have awarded responsibilities as well. They're typically in charge of 400 students each, and 400 is a lot for one person. Another issue we found was about colleges and careers. Now, if you're in high school in the audience, you might have started to think about colleges or careers or jobs you wanted to pursue. However, not every student has these exact thoughts. This could be due to being a first-generation college student or just having lack of knowledge about the college and career application process. However, with our second part to our solution, we hope to alleviate all these problems to make students closer to their dreams.
Now, to address these challenges, we at TQ developed our counselor assistant. We believe our counselor assistant can not only alleviate the pressure of 300 to 400 students placed on each counselor, I'll let that sink in, but also encourage students to come and see their counselor as well as know more about the college and career field. Now, we utilize the Amazon Echo Show. We chose the Echo Show because we believe that its display screen can help interact and be more visual with the people retaining this information. Now, our skill comes with 4 functions. Our first function is our quick facts function. Our quick fact function can answer those quick questions that may take the counselor minutes to research and do it in seconds. It does things like college facts, scholarship, facts information, as well as upcoming school events. Our second function is our college and career pathways function. Our college and career pathways function can help those students who may know what they're interested in and guide them there. For example, if you're interested in nursing, it can tell you what schools are good for that and what that field entails. Our third function is student tracking. Student tracking allows for the counselor assistant to keep track of all the inquiries that's being asked at the end of each day, and the counselor assistant the counselor can come at the end of each day or week and ask the Alexa what was asked, and she can use that information to see what the students know and do not know and what they're interested in. For example, if Bowie State is receiving 30 inquiries per day, the counselor can then see that it might be a good idea to invite Bowie State for a college visit. Our last and final skill is scheduling. Scheduling allows for those students who want to have a more personal and hands-on private session with their counselor to book an appointment with the counselor assistant. The counselor will then see it and accept that appointment. Now, for our demonstration, which you've all been waiting for, we have our student, Ashley Berrigan, who's a rising junior, who knows what school she wants to go to and what field she wants to be in, but not necessarily how to get there.
Alexa, open Counselor Assistant.
Welcome to TQ Counselor Assistant. How can I help you?
Tell me about Howard University.
Howard University is a historically black college established in 1867. It has an acceptance rate of 49%. It also has an average admission GPA of 3.33. It enrolled 10,002 students, 67% female and 33% male.
Alexa, open Counselor Assistant.
Welcome to TQ Counselor Assistant. How can I help you?
Tell me about Computers Pathway.
The computing field is very vast. The average salary is $80,000. Some jobs include network technician, computer programmer, and many more. People interested in this field usually major in software engineering, computer science, computer engineering, and information systems. In-state schools that offer good programs in this field include University of Maryland, Towson University, and University of Maryland, Baltimore County. Interning at an IT office is a good opportunity to gain experience. For example, Prince George's County Office of Information Technology offers a summer internship program.
So in coming up with the budget, we found out that the classroom assistant is $50. And if we implement the classroom assistant into each classroom throughout the school, the total cost will be $2,500. And throughout the entire county, the cost will be $77,500. And the counselor assistant is $230. If we implement a counselor assistant in each school throughout the entire county, the total cost will be $7,130.
Now, as my colleague Ashley just stated, our student engagement solutions are very affordable, and to show you a visual representation, we took the classic smartboard, which is also a student engagement device, and we just wanted to compare the numbers for you all today. So if you take a classic smartboard, which costs roughly $1,725, and place it in one high school in Prince George's County, that has an average of around 50 classrooms, you will be paying $86,250. If you invest in our solution, the Classroom Assistant, which costs $50, and you implement it in one high school in Prince George's County that has an average of 50 classrooms, you will be paying $2,500. And if you invest in our Counselor Assistant, which we will only place one in each school and each professional guidance counselor's office, it would only cost you $230. Now, key note, this is not to bash the Smartboard in any shape, way, or form, or not to belittle it, because it is an excellent tool. What we are simply offering is alternatives or additions to the Smartboard.
Now, a possible way of funding our product includes partnering with the schools and companies you see here. By allowing them to advertise through our Counselor Assistant, we can collect revenue that can help our company grow. We also plan on utilizing Splunk so that we can see which students are researching which schools, so that we never advertise to the wrong customer.
Now comes down to the big question of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Why do you need our solutions? Why do they need to be implemented in the high school educational system today? Well, first and foremost, we believe that learning takes place both inside and outside of the classroom, which is why we created the Classroom, Counseling, and Student Assistant. Second, we wanted to give students the most opportunity to learn about the college application process, and we believe that high school is the correct place to do so. And last, but certainly not least, we wanted to give students the tools and resources to become more accountable and to take control and own their futures. And as we say at TQ,
take it to the next level.
At this time, we would like to thank these key individuals who helped us along the journey and transformed us into the group you see before you today. So thank you.
We will now let's open the floor for questions. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation. We are
TQ.
So those three components that you created with the DOT and the other, do they have to be programmed separately, right? So when you had those three areas, you had the counselor, the student, and what was the other one? It was one other area.
Classroom.
So are those on both tools, or are they individual on separate tools?
They do currently work on both devices. We just believe that the show will be a better use or better utilized as the Classroom Assistant, as it can engage better with the students visually as they're sitting in the guidance counselor.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Is it possible that this solution could take the place of an employee, maybe a counselor or whatever?
Thank you for asking that question. No, it cannot. And I'll explain why. Simply because that face-to-face interaction is crucial. That's why we brought up in our presentation. Things like recommendations and GPA and those private information, you need a counselor to handle those situations. And counselors not only do grades, as well as help students emotionally and things of that nature. So it cannot replace it, but it can definitely help it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, you guys are looking at a lot of information, and anytime you're doing that, information changes. So are you able to connect real time through Amazon Web Services into some of that school data, for example, as it changes?
As we plan to partner with certain colleges, they would fund us, and in return we would advertise for them, and an additional benefit that they will offer to us is constantly updated information, so it's always up to date based on those schools.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Go once, go twice. Awesome job, guys. That's it. So, their honorary team member, their seventh member was Miss Tanisha Williams, and where is she? I'm so proud of you. Thank you, guys. All right, so while they go back and exhale down, we're going to call our final team up, base. So they're going to come up and get themselves together. Aren't you guys just amazed? Like, honestly, like even the way they're responding to these questions, right? So you can tell that they really invested time researching, making sure they knew exactly what they were talking about, and it just wasn't surface knowledge off of what was on their slides. Like, they really dug into this project. I never had to walk around and, well, I did, just because that's what I do. But I would bust in the door to make sure they were working, and they would all be working and look at me like, what's wrong with you, Miss Sandra? But they were always working. Like, it was just the easiest process with this group this year. They just really owned this project, and I'm so grateful to them. And I'm so grateful to OIT as a whole. Because even as little as just letting us, invade their workspace over there, they have been wonderful. They don't complain. Everyone helps the students. I mean, it's just great. People come back and tell me about the students. Thank God it was nothing negative. But it was all positive feedback, but they've just been amazing. So, you guys ready? You ready to take it home? Ready to close the show out? All right, guys, our last group, bass. Whoa.
Before we close out the show, I want to welcome everyone to the bass dugout. So I hope you all are ready to hear our pitch.
Or we can learn it all by ourselves. We can practice at home or in class, so it's root for our students. Because their teachers are right. So with bass, we'll help them solve their math questions.
So good morning, everyone. My name is Makai Vance. Good morning, everyone. My name is Makai Vance. I'm a rising senior at DeMatha Catholic High School. It's my first year in the OIT program. I'm the math lead of our team.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Cecil Crawford. I'm a junior at Frostburg State University, currently majoring in IT. This is my second year in the OIT program. And for my team, I served as a technology lead as well as a student advisor.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sierra Proctor. I'm a junior at the University of Maryland, College Park. This is my 5th year in the program, and I'm a college advisor as well as a project manager.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Arjanae Blaine. This is my second year here in the OIT program. This fall, I'll be a junior at Crosson High School, and my role on the team is the scientist lead.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lindsay Felton. I'm going to be a senior at Bishop McNamara in the fall. This is my first year in the program, and I'm the arts lead of my team.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Caleb Carter. I'm a rising sophomore at Bishop McNamara High School. This is my first in the OIT program, and I'm the engineer in my group. And our team name is BASE, Building Amazing Students Efficiently. Our team slogan is, BASE is loaded with information, which is a play on words and also a baseball phrase. At BASE, we push and motivate our students to be stronger and more successful at the high level, and also build a better foundation. Right here is our team logo. I know you guys may be confused about the athletic theme, but we want our students to have the same enthusiasm about math as a sports fan would have about their favorite sports team. BASE will help you knock the basic math skills out of the park. Our team colors are navy and gold. Navy represents confidence and intelligence, and gold represents success and sophistication. And now I'm going to pitch it off to my coworker, Lindsay Felton.
Our challenge is dealing with the inadequate comprehension of the fundamental skills in the core classes. The core classes are math, science, social studies, and English, but our focus is on math. Some examples of fundamental skills in math are basic addition and subtraction, multiplication, long division, fractions, and mental math. Our demographic is kindergarten through 5th grade. It's important that we strengthen the foundation of each student's education because 84% of the elementary schools in Prince George's County are below the Maryland average for the PARCC standardized testing scores. The PARCC exam is a standardized English and math test that determines the level each student will proceed to in the next school year. With our solution, we will ensure that each student has a strong base so that they may succeed in the higher levels.
Here at BASE, Our long-term goal is to make our product available to all of the elementary schools in Prince George's County. However, before we do that, we want to test our solution and make sure it's as effective as it can be. So we're proposing to test and implement our solution in a pilot school. Our first pilot school will be Clinton Grove Elementary School. And we chose this school because it falls far below Prince George's County and the Maryland average on the PARCC exam. Now currently there are 335 students enrolled at this school, and that is what our budget is based around.
So at BASE, we want to use the Amazon Echo Show for more interactive group work in the classroom. Group work gives students the ability to work with their peers, which makes them feel more relaxed, they connect better with each other, and they feel less intimidated. Depending on the class size, we plan to put 2 to 4 devices in a designated classroom. At BASE, we have created a review game for our students to use. This review game will give students a math trick that they can use later on in life, and it will follow up with the question. And as a group, students will discuss that question and have someone answer it. Also in the classroom, we have created a dashboard using Splunk for our teachers to use. This dashboard will get the real-time results from that review game, and also give teachers the ability to focus on the weak areas of their students so they can help them build a better foundation on those math skills. So for example, if Caleb does really well on addition, but not too well on multiplication, the teacher can address that problem and help Caleb build a better foundation on a multiplication skill. A benefit about having a device in the classroom is that we create an atmosphere tailored to the lesson plan by playing music. Miss Deanne Carter, the assistant principal of Bishop McNamara High School, who was also taught as an elementary school teacher for 9 years, told us that when she played music in the classroom, it helped the students learn better because they were more relaxed and they were able to picture what they were actually learning. So if students learn about Romeo and Juliet, the teacher will play classical music that reflects that time period. And lastly, we have created a skill called Home Base. Home Base gives students the opportunity to obtain their daily homework assignments before they leave the classroom. Students often forget to write down their homework or they write it down incorrectly. So a Home Base skill will be that reminding tool for the students to use. The teacher will give the students the opportunity to ask the Echo Dot what their homework is for that night before they leave the classroom.
So you have now reached first base. Up to this point, our team has developed 2 skills that will be implemented in the classrooms immediately. The first skill that I will be demonstrating for you guys is our base multiplication skill. This is a skill tailored for early elementary students who may be encountering multiplication for the first time. This skill can also be tailored for specific lesson plans, such as if your teacher wanted to teach division, fractions, exponents, or something like that, it can be tailored for that as well. So without further ado, I will let my teammates demonstrate that for you guys.
Alexa, open base multiplication.
I can tell you some interesting facts about math. After a fact, I will prompt you a question about that fact. Are you ready? Okay, let us get started. Here is your fact. Any number times 0 gives you 0. Now you try. What is 7 times 0? Sorry, that is incorrect. Remember, any number times 0 gives you 0. For example, 3 times 0 equals 0. The question is, what is 7 times 0?
7.
Sorry, that is incorrect. Remember, any number times 0 gives you 0. For example, 3 times 0 equals 0. The question is, what is 7 times 0?
0.
Good job. The answer 0 is correct. You have now mastered this fact. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
As you can see, our teammates had to collaborate in order to find an answer to that problem. This will help students gain teamwork and leadership skills that will help them advance through their school careers. Also, you may have noted that the question repeated itself when the students got it wrong. This ensures that students master that fact or skill before they move on to the next. And this is what BASE is all about.
Our home-based skill can also be used at home. This gives students who miss a day of school an opportunity to catch up on their missed assignments. At BASE, we don't want any of our students to fall behind or fail in class. So home-based skill will give students the opportunity to ask the Echo Dot what they missed in class that day or for any upcoming assignments. The homework that students do at home will also be similar to our review game, but it'll be graded individually in class the next day.
So you are now rounding second base. As Makai just stated, we have developed a home base skill. Our home base skill is a daily reminder tool for students and teachers to use to ensure that everyone in the classroom is on top of what they may need to do that night or in the upcoming days. So without further ado, I will let my teammates also demonstrate our home base skill.
Sierra, I was not paying attention in class. What was the homework?
I'm not sure, and I didn't write it down either, but we can ask home base. Alexa, ask home base.
Here's your reminders for today. There will be a quiz tomorrow. The quiz will test the 1, 2, and 3 times tables. Be sure to practice with me at home. I know you can knock it out the park.
So as you can see, a great skill such as home base will make sure that students are on top of their studies, as well as helping them gain responsibility and be able to focus on their own.
Now, you arrived at third base. This portion of our product is tailored specifically for teachers. We've created a dashboard that allows the teacher to see real-time updates on the progress of their students. Here we've created a sample dashboard where you can see there are certain columns that have a higher frequency than others. Each column represents a different question that our skill is asking. So the columns that have a higher frequency will be the problems that are being missed most often. Now, this would indicate the teacher that they need to focus on this issue with the students more. With our dashboard, teachers are able to tailor their feedback for their students. And we think that this is a much better method than the traditional method that's in classrooms right now. Teachers are handing out paper assignments, collecting them, and then grading them by hand. And there's a lag time between the students getting the issues that they need addressed before moving on to the next skill. So with our dashboard, this issue is alleviated.
Now, with our solution, we make the classes more fun and interactive for the students. The solution will help the teachers get more information on their students' performances. Finally, since the students will be in class working, they will practice skills such as teamwork and leadership.
And now we will have a testimonial.
What are some benefits of having music in the classroom?
Well, music in a classroom is like peppermints. It stimulates the brain. Students love listening to music, and sometimes it can be calming. It can help students stay focused, and a lot of times it can be used to enhance curriculum.
When using bass, I learned the fundamental skills are very important to have when I get to the higher math levels. Bass is a very fun tool to use in the classroom and at home.
Before bass, my son did not like math because it was so hard. But after he began using the program, he became excited about math, and he enjoyed learning the fundamentals. Bass is loaded with information. We love bass.
All right, now we're sliding into
Home base.
The challenge that we've addressed is dealing with the inadequate comprehension of fundamental math skills in elementary school students. To address this issue, we've created the skills for the Echo Dot and the Echo Show, which allow each student to participate in these lessons in class and at home. Now, we've also created this dashboard for our teachers to use so that they can get real-time, up-to-date information on their students. Now, if I do say so myself, I think bass is a pretty unique problem. Oh, not a problem. Not a problem. A great solution. Bass is the only product on the market right now targeting math that is able to verbalize and reinforce concepts with their students. Also, it's fun and engaging, and it allows the students to connect with the information on a deeper level. And also, with our home-based skill, even parents can be engaged in the learning process. Teachers can use it, students can use it, and parents can use it. Now, I say all of this to lead into our budget.
Our budget is $23,000. We came to this number by adding up the cost of each device needed to supply a pilot school. We need 24 Echo Show devices to place a maximum of 4 in each of the 6 math classrooms. We also need 6 Echo Dot devices to place 1 in each classroom, as well as 335 Echo Dot devices to individually distribute to each of the students for home use. We propose that the money will be obtained through grants and school fundraisers.
Now, we would like to thank everyone who participated in getting our solution to where it is today. We are so thankful to have you all judging us today. And now we would like to open the floor for any questions.
For me, it was pretty self-explanatory. You all did a good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I have a question about the level of math. How high will the level of math go for this? Algebra, calculus?
Our demographic as of right now is early elementary, so we're targeting K through 5.
So addition, multiplication?
Yes.
We thought that this was a really good demographic to choose because a lot of students aren't mastering those basic level foundational skills. And then we see those issues becoming a problem as they're developing into algebra, calculus, and things like that.
Thank you.
So I have a question. I know you're going to start with one school. The belief is one school.
Yes.
What does success look like at that one school in your minds?
I would say that our first benchmark of success will be improving the test scores for the students to meet the average at Prince George's County's level. And then we want to surpass that, maybe even surpass the Maryland average. So that's what our success train would look like.
So can you go back to the budget slide? So that means that each child will have a device at home.
Yes.
So a device in the classroom and a device at home.
Yes.
An Echo Dot device.
The dot at home.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sir.
So awesome job, but you know that.
Thank you.
But I am curious, so once the instructor in the classroom recognizes that there's an issue in a particular skill area, would they have the flexibility to change the questions or include more questions in a particular area through the Echo device?
Absolutely. Our team right now has an email service set up so that the teachers can reach out to us and provide us that feedback, and then we can tailor our skill based on the feedback that we're getting from the teachers.
And we also plan on providing professional development, which will help teachers gain the skills available so that they can do this on their own as far as making questions for the specific lesson plan. So,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
you're welcome.
Anyone else? Amazing job, guys. Okay, so this team also had an honorary member. That seventh member is Mr. Anton McCall. Can you please stand up and we thank you? I mean, because the reason why we went with them is because, you know, I'm so close to the kids' age. We wanted some older members to help out. So that's why the four of them got selected. No, you guys are amazing, and OIT definitely appreciates all the effort you put in, helping the teams out, taking them to the next stage, so we appreciate you. Okay, so now we're just going to give a few moments. My beautiful assistant, Miss Maria Johnson, and my handsome Mr. Dwight Talley are scoring up the final numbers now so that we can announce one group as a winner, okay? All of them are winners because they got paychecks. Right? And they got a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of experience. So all of you guys, you know you're winners in my book, but one team is actually going to get a prize, okay? While we wait for that, though, I do want to announce, Benjamin, you come up with me. Due to the exceptional performance of our two technical advisors, Mr. Nathan NT and Mr. Harrison, I'm going to leave it there. OIT is extending a year-long internship for these gentlemen, just as we did with Benjamin, because they have been exceptional. And we appreciate them so much. And actually, they'll be assigned to Mr. Calvert Smith Smith, who's already assigned them what they're going to be doing. So they start right on Monday, and they'll be working with us. In addition, we're also going to give you guys an Echo show and the show and the dot as your own. Okay? So thank you guys. It has been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys in a week. Don't look for me next week. I'll see you. Okay? So, in addition, I did want to announce that the team that wins the Prince George's County School System, the superintendent, Dr. Kevin Maxwell, and the chief operating officer, Wesley Watts, has made themselves available to meet with that team on August the 16th so that they can pitch their idea to them to possibly be considered. So this is an amazing prize. I've already told my young adults how important this is and to nail it. Okay? So this is a part of the prize that team will win, as well as we have some wonderful what we have, Sean? Where is this? Chromebooks. There you go. So so that's going to go to the team that wins. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. So let's see. Anything else, Benjamin? Am I leaving anything out? Think so? Just again, thanks to OIT as a whole. We have some amazing co-workers. We really do. The project really takes everyone in OIT. I just am the one that's always around the young adults, but behind the scenes, it's everyone in OIT. It's Ms. Joyce Price group for getting the laptops to them. It's our network services group. It's our web support group. It's across the board. So for OIT as a whole, we thank you guys so much for the program. I personally want to thank again Jason Lovelace, Calvin Smith, Glenn Maines, and Jason Arnold, and Dinesh for helping, because Jason and Calvert answered emails on their vacation, answered my phone calls on their vacation, and I didn't care. I was calling and emailing, they knew they better answer, but they did, and they didn't have to. So I really appreciate you guys, and I actually know how to go home and program Alexa now. Thank you for all that training. So we also have some beautiful trophies for our judges, as always, because we really do appreciate y'all. I'm really honored that you guys always want to come back, Mr. Major. I'm honored that you're always here for this. So we really appreciate it. So now, Mr. Dix, okay, and Mr. Williams. So you get yours. Okay. We didn't leave him out. It just was a hiccup in between who was going to actually judge. So we have to give him his later. So we appreciate it. But I'll turn this over to Charmonique so she can award the judges their trophies. The judges says you're an essential piece because you're an essential piece today. So we also have certificates. We printed out certificates for our team leads because they've been amazing. So, Miss Tanisha Williams, if you don't want to come up, I can bring them to you. I don't mind. You call it. You come up. So, I'll let Mr. Benjamin Sinclair handle it because he's such a great speaker.
First, we have Miss Tanisha Williams, who played an excellent role in the team lead for her respective team. Here you are.
The winner? Okay, well, we're going to do these a little later. No, you go ahead, keep yours. We're going to do this. We want to stay on time. So that's OIT staff. So we'll get you yours if we run out of time. But we want to go ahead and get the announcement of the winners before parents have to leave. So Mr. Thomas and Ms. Ferguson, if you want to take the floor.
All right, the moment of truth, the moment all been waiting for. Let's get a drum roll, man. In first place in this year's 2017 STEAM Dream Team Challenge is A Squared. Good job. And just so everyone knows, the scoring was very tight. They only won about 1 point, so very tight. Yeah, but like Sonia said, we want to congratulate all the teams. So actually, if you all stand up, because you all did an amazing job. Put a lot of effort in. We're so proud of you. Very good job.
Dan, it's your team.
Yeah, Dan,
Come
come on, Dan.
You're a part of them. And let me just say that Dan was advised, Dan was the first mentor that went to them the first day. I was like, Dan, no, not the first day. Not the first day.
Get a shot, it's fun. Get a picture.
Oh, he's right. Yes. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Hurry, get in. Squeeze tight. Squeeze tight. Like we love each other. We love each other. Remember that. It's tight.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. There we go. One more.
Good job.
So, at this time, we're gonna open it up and allow the judges to provide some feedback to the students. You know, just how they felt about whatever they saw, whether they really enjoyed it or you want them to work on something better next year. Let us know. We'll add it in. Anyone? You wanna take the floor, sir? If you got, I'm sorry, no, that's fine.
Good afternoon, good morning. This is my, I think, 4th year, and being a judge in this event. And it reminds me of about 7, 8 years ago when I saw a show on public broadcast TV. And it showed how apps were made. And at that time, there were about 500 apps, 2008, 2009. And the participants were usually college graduates and people who were already in the IT field. And I was just very impressed with the apps they came out with. They did just such a phenomenal job. Of course, today there are about 2 million apps. So during my first competition, the students, high school and some were in college, they did just as good a job as the professionals did on public to show us something. So I was really impressed. And each year, I'm just awed at how well they do. The hardest part of this job is grading because all of them do a phenomenal job. That's the only thing I hate about this job. All of them are really winners, and they should all get the awards because they all do a phenomenal job. So I'm so impressed. I'm equally impressed that they're Prince George's County residents because this county is just off the charts in so many ways. So congratulations to all the participants. In my mind, you're all winners.
Do you mind?
I think I can use my teacher voice, is that okay? I am Leslie Garrison and I'm from NASA, and I am totally amazed at this project. When I was first contacted to support, I travel abroad, with the country and abroad, and I do this and I see kids and students, and I didn't really know what to expect. And being that we are constantly looking for students who are scientists, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, at NASA we really apply, and my job is to seek and look for those students who are doing this. I saw perfection today. Yeah. When I left, I was invited back in June, July, and I was so impressed at the program, the dress attire. That means so much. And so, just to close my mouth, students of color, that is so important. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for having me. You all did a fabulous job. And I look forward to seeing you and getting resumes and emails from you at leslie.garrison@nasa.gov.
Real quick, I have another nice token of appreciation for Miss Sierra Proctor. Sierra is our senior in the program. This is her 5th year with me. So she actually started the very first year that this program, the whole concept around how we do this in OIT was developed. So she was like our guinea pig. But she is an exceptional young lady. She is a true molding of what we visioned the program to be and the type of students we were trying to help develop. So Sierra, we appreciate you. I hope we're going to keep you until you walk across that stage. How many more years? 2. Oh. I'll try to hang in there 2 more years. But anyway, Sierra, this is for you, and you are truly a leader and a powerful young
Oh, sure. So I just want to take 5 minutes. I mean, I need the mic. So I just want to take 5 minutes at the most. Again, I'm Benjamin Sinclair, and unfortunately, I will be leaving OIT in a couple weeks to go to the Department of Defense. But I just want to thank a few people who helped make me the man I am today, standing in front of you. Outside of my parents and my brothers who are here, and just really quick. I have a few awards I would like to give out myself.
Oh.
No particular order, just whichever one I grab first. So this, I came up with the name Lifetime Blessing Award because that's really what this program and these people are. It's a lifetime blessing to myself. And the first recipient, no favoritism, just first one I grabbed out the bag, goes to Miss Sandra Long.
I knew that.
The second recipient of the Lifetime Blessing Award goes to Dr. Lethea Jackson, who presented me an interview so I can take part of the program last year. So thank you.
You want to help you?
The third recipient of the Lifetime Blessing Award goes to OIT itself, including the summer youth. Because without you all presenting me with the first opportunity, I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't know if I'll be able to say I'm going to the Department of Defense in the next few weeks. So thank you all, as well as the summer youth. Y'all made the job very fun. And last but not least, the last recipient of the Lifetime Blessing Award goes to someone who took me under their wing to allow me to gain all my technical skills, which I hope to show off at the Department of Defense, Mr. Jason Too Cool Lovely.
So that's all.
Yeah, that's Ms. Chamonix. You have anything else you want?
That's it?
Oh. Okay. Yeah, you go ahead.
The next award is goes to our director, Mr. Thomas, for always supporting the summer youth.
This is very nice. I appreciate it. I love the kids though. It's effortless. So yeah, I guess in closing, I just wanted to first of all thank everyone who attended today. Me being a longtime resident of Prince George's County, programs like this always resonate with me because I know that while the home is supposed to be the nucleus and the focal point, give you a baseline, it's what you receive outside for the home. and support is a huge part of that. And I know it's programs like that that afforded me to be where I am today. So thank you for that. Let's thank these judges. A lot of y'all are leaders within your own organizations, and you have a lot of hectic schedules, but you still make time. So that impact, I know, goes a long way. So thank you. Absolutely. Want to thank all of the support team from OIT, Calvert, Jason Arnold, Tanisha, Anton, Charmonique, Sandra, Sinclair, Jamie, list goes on and on. Nathan, Harrison, the whole crew, thank you, because, again, it takes a team effort to make something like this go on. Also like to thank our support from OHRM for being there every step of the way, lock and step, for allowing us to get through that transition and onboarding process. Appreciate you all as well. But last but not least, I really want to give it up for these kids. It takes discipline, it takes genuine interest in your future for you to give up your summer, the majority of your summer, to come here and have the work-life balance of trying to become career ready, gain these intangibles that's going to make you awesome in the workforce. So that's to be commended with all of the negativity that we see in the media outlets surrounding our community. This is a great show for everyone to see that all is not lost. And so that's something near and dear to my heart. And so I'm so proud of each and every one of you. So that being said, I don't have anything else. Again, many thanks to everyone, and we look forward to seeing you all next year.
Same time, same place. See y'all next year.